Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Justice of Heshy show. We got tonight a great show. We have a lot to talk about. My beautiful co-host, Etty. Hello, how are you?
Hello there, Heshy. How are you?
Good, good. And we have Soya, our chair lady from the American Against Anti-Semitism. Hello, Soya.
Hi.
And, of course, we have my delicious friend, Bumi Hoshanda, lawyer. I'm going to have some legal questions for you today, if you don't mind. I want you to help me out with some problems that I have for free.
For free. Heshy.
That wasn't, by the way, that wasn't the joke of the night. I want you to know. And of course, we have the Hasidic rapper back.
Yo, what's up?
You know, people screamed at me. I didn't let you sing enough. You know, I was in the grocery
time
store.
we'll do it.
I was in the grocery store. Why don't you let the Hasidic rapper rap? I told him he can rap. He doesn't want to rap.
I know. I was shy last time. This time we got it.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about, everybody. We're going to talk, of course, about, of course, the person I hate the most, Nadler on the planet, and Pelosi.
Nadler, you mean Fat Jerry?
Fat little Nat. I love you, Bumi. You're just wonderful. You're welcome to my show. You are now officially an official member. And, of course, we're going to talk about some other stuff that Etty has on her agenda. Yeah. And we're going to do my quote and joke of the day.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Anyways, welcome, everybody. And we're going to start with a few little commercials with Chamula Jewelers. They're located at 944 Kings Highway, 718-336-1980, 718-336-1980. Chamula Jewelers, a family-owned business for over 40 years, specializing in diamond engagement rings, eternity bands, and diamond jewelry. Or just bring your own jewelry to redesign and freshen up. Chamula Jewelers.
We've got the sparkle for you.
We've got the sparkle for you. 718-336-1980. It wasn't easy to train about me on that, okay? I had to give her candy. Located at 944.
He's not lying.
It's not right. 944 Kings Highway. And of course, we have Tehila Tishler. TEETEESTYLES.com. 718-675-6842. 718-675-6842. TTStyles.com for your hair, your wigs, your makeup, everything wonderful. 718-675-6842. She what?
She brings out the beauty in you.
Wonderful. You are really good. You get extra candy for that. By the way, yesterday I wasn't feeling so well. Boom, you hear this? Yeah. So my daughter-in-law decided to make me not vegetarian. Vegan. It was just bad.
What was it?
And I had to smile while I swallowed this raw meat. Raw fish.
Vegan. That wouldn't be vegan.
Yeah. It was vegan, not meat. It was vegan fake. I heard Tel Aviv, by the way, is the biggest vegan place in the world. And I was watching on TV how they have these real stuff. They cook it or stuff, and it tastes like meat. At least the reporter was lying.
Would I be really out of place if I asked somebody to explain to me precisely what the difference is between vegan as opposed to vegetarian?
Vegetarian, you're allowed to eat eggs and milk and cheese, just no meat. Right. Vegan says nothing that comes out of any kind of animal, only a plant-based stuff.
Nothing with eyes.
Nothing with
eyes.
And just for your knowledge, so I told you a story last week. My daughter-in-law does not allow us to feed my granddaughter, Mira. By the way, shout out for Mira Nava.
Shout out to Mila Nava. How are you,
Hiya, honey, Mila Nava.
And then, of course, Manya, our friend from 40 years.
Manya, happy birthday, Manya. Happy birthday, Man.
And, of course, my little friend, Ellie. Happy birthday. But I just want you, so my daughter-in-law does not allow us to feed meat. Do you hear this, Abby? Yeah. So what happened was me and Linda made chicken cutlets, and they looked like fish. So we were giving it to her, and then my daughter-in-law comes in. Oh, I'm so happy you made a fish. I said, no, it's meat. And she got all angry, grabbed the baby, and ran out.
Oh, you
can't feed my baby. That's not normal. You got to give nutrition. So this week, I told my daughter-in-law I bought the fake cold cuts, the fake
soy or something like
whatever,
that.
some garbage like that. Really, I gave her turkey roll and salad. I mean, that girl has to eat. It's not normal. I don't want her to be skinny. It's not normal. I want my little granddaughter to be chunky.
I hope she's not listening to the show right now.
She never listens to the show. And of course, we have technical difficulties. Yes. Avi Fleischman, he's such a nice boy. Again, I tell everybody that a shidduch, he doesn't need a woman. He's like 45, divorced, but a wonderful guy, helps you with all your computer needs. He fixes my computer day and night. He calls us in. He does everything. 718-259-4593. Technical difficulties, 718-259-4593. Located at 1504 68th Street. And then 777 Barbershop. Located at 4225 18th Avenue. Call for an appointment, 718 718-484-2499. They have handicap ramps. They really take care of, that there's a hospital down the block. They let all the special people that not about, the hospital on Parkville over there. The police station with those special people in the wheelchairs. He takes them in, he gives them haircuts, he gives discounts. You fall in love with the guy. Sometimes he makes you wait a little extra because one of them come in. Wonderful.
Wow.
777 Barbershop. Located at 4225 18th Avenue, 718-484-2499. And don't forget Green Line Building Solutions. For all your permits and plans and violations, 718-871-0382, located at 5318 16th Avenue. Not for much longer. We're moving to Foster Avenue, but for now...
When are you moving?
In about a month.
Okay.
I have a lot of stuff to do, and I need permits and plans for my new place. And the city causes me a lot of trouble.
You need to find an expediter.
I know. Good expediter.
You'll go to Green Line.
Green Line. Excellent, my Hasidic rapper friend. 718-871-0382. Permits, plans, violations, anything you need, and then community needs as well. Just walk in. You don't have to worry about an appointment, but if you make one, 718-871-0382. We do all your ECB violations and licensing. And then, of course, we have Fallon's Corp, 3132 Bedford Avenue. They have beautiful clothing for adults, teens, and children, located on Bedford Avenue, Avenue J, 3132 Bedford Avenue, 718-325-6667 or 718-Fallon's. And then we have my friend Wolf's Grocery Store, located on the corner of Avenue J and Nostrand Avenue. When you finish buying your clothing, you go down and you get a coffee from him.
He still gives you a freebie?
No, I told you, he stopped giving me freebies. I know. I don't know what's wrong with that.
I don't know.
Yo, give him a freebie.
I'm a press. I'm from the press. He has to give me free.
Just enough Heshy show.
It's time for you to get your
I'm trying
free
to get you to Etty's going to try to get Etty and Sawyer. You're going to get us in for free to that APAC conference.
Yes, we're working on going to APAC. Anyone out there goes to APAC? If you do, call us in, please.
718-252-1863, 718-252-1863, located on the corner of Avenue J and Nostrand Avenue, 2362 Nostrand Avenue, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and they make deliveries. And then we have $25 rent-a-car on the corner of 18th Avenue, Coney Island Avenue. Get into a car Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Stay in it for $25 or $35 for minivans, 718-851-2000. Or 800-2495, and it helps you with the insurances and everything if you have one.
And don't forget to tell them that it was Heshy that sent you.
Right, and then of course we have my favorite friend who's sitting right next to us, Bumi Hoshander, Avram Hoshander, Abraham Hoshander.
Yes, Esquire.
Attorney at law. And he does what? You do closings,
real estate,
buying,
selling, mortgages.
He helps you with
foreclosure defense.
But besides you and need any legal advice, give him a call. Test him out. He has no problem picking up the call, giving you advice. Where are you located?
I am located at 1164 49th Street, right on top of the maternity store.
Beautiful.
We have our offices
and
there.
What's your phone number?
Phone number is 347-435-3402. 347-435-3402.
Really, call him to push you in the right direction. And that's it for now. Sawyer, we love you. You are just a wonderful person.
Love you too, Heshy.
Anyways, today, my dear children, here's my quote for the day.
Let's hear it.
And it's a very famous quote.
Okay.
Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing, and you'll never be criticized. There will always be those who criticize too much, too little, which means you got to do something.
Yes.
Don't just do nothing. Don't sit back. Just sit there. We have to be grateful for today, for everything we have.
And be active.
Be active.
Something you believe in.
Right.
Yes. Go for it.
I wasn't feeling so well, but I ran down to Florida on Sunday morning. I left my house at 4 a.m. They came late.
For you, that's nothing. Yeah.
I missed the flight. I got on the next flight, flew to Florida, took out this friend who was sick, an older man, took him out, brought him home, ran around, got on a plane on the way home, got lost. And all of a sudden, somebody walks out of the building, knocks on, you park over there.
Actually, everybody knows you're a tzaddik.
Anyway, I zoomed away. I called in the leader. I was by mistake. Mistake. In case you hear from somebody, I was there. Yes, I was there for 2 minutes for the day.
Okay.
Many years ago, when I was in my early 20s, I was going down to Florida a lot. I was a travel agent, as you know, and I used to fly down to Florida.
Travel.
And I wanted to become a Miami Beach lifeguard. I thought it was very cool. And they made us take a CPR course. As I got friendly with the other lifeguards, there was an older woman there named Rachel. Rachel was recently divorced after many years of marriage. And I decided to be a lifeguard with her. And we took the course together. And I was chatting with Rachel and some of the other recruits. I asked her, is CPR hard to learn? So not at all, Rachel replied. Basically, you're asked to breathe life into a dummy. And I don't expect to have any problems, she says, because I was married for 12 years to my ex-Yankee. Okay. I thought it was a good joke. Anyways.
I liked it.
Tonight we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things, but I want to start with a very major issue. We all know the election is coming. We know Trump won his impeachment, and we saw the Iowa caucus, that stupid thing that they finally right? Yeah. It's just foolish. And then you have the I still like that. What's her name again? Kornbluth?
Klobuchar.
Who cares? All of them are idiots.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, besides Bernie being in the lead, and this is for you, Bernie. Question to you. Bloomberg, who cheated in the mayoral elections, you know that he made himself an illegal third term, Etty.
Yes.
That's number one. So now you know this guy is just a crook. Then he's
got
now
money, you can travel. You
right.
know.
He spent $400 million. He's going to spend up to $1 billion to become president.
I think he said two.
$2 billion, even worse. And here's the thing: he's going on to the debate tonight, which I think is a mistake because I think he has no chance on that debate. They're going to come after him. He got 19% of the vote. This guy is just, forget that he's a racist. Okay, forget that he did that frisk, stop and frisk. Now he's apologizing. I beat you up. I robbed you. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? This is who Bloomberg is.
He doesn't want to care for the elderly either.
He doesn't want. The man is lost. Right, and now he's changing all the rules, and he actually thinks he's going to be president. I don't think he has.
Well, let me
chance.
ask you then. Would you prefer someone like Bernie Sanders?
So Bernie Sanders is another. Do you know when
He's
I read?
dangerous.
Do you know what I?
Dangerous.
Do you know what I read today? You're gonna love this. In 1972, Bernie Sanders said, I can't believe he even said this, that a woman wants to be raped by 3 women. Quoted.
Oh, I've
it.
seen that. Yes.
Yeah. Is that so? We want him to be up. You're bitching about Trump, and here nobody says anything about Bernie about saying that.
Well, you know something. It's true.
Maybe
It was
he wants
something
to be
very
raped by
stupid to
3
say.
women.
But he probably wants. That's exactly right.
But
It's one of those dumb remarks that a public official should not be saying. Certainly not
He's
where it
done
could
a
be
lot
recorded.
of a lot of dumb
A lot
things.
of dumb
Yes,
things.
Yes.
You know, not to mention all of a sudden now he's reminding everybody that
He's
he's
Jewish. Yes.
What do you know? So we've got
Right.
a choice of evils. We have either Bearish Senderovich,
oh God.
Yep.
or we have Moshe Bloomberg.
Basically.
So then no matter what happens, if either one of the two, God
We're
forbid, win,
We don't want them in.
the whole America
Definitely.
is screwed, the whole world
Right.
is screwed.
Now, can I ask you a question? Here's my thing, Mr. Bernie Sanders has got. I mean, I see some of his places where he goes for events, packed houses, young people screaming and hollering. I mean,
Young, disillusioned people.
now I understand that none of these kids, they're still in college. Like my nephew is screaming at me about Trump and all that. They haven't worked, but when they have to pay that first bill, when they have to pay those taxes, they're dead. I mean, they don't understand that Bernie Sanders is just going to tax the hell out of them, that they're going to go home with no money at the end of the week.
The old deadheads ran around screaming like that the same way whenever the Grateful Dead played out.
I remember as a kid, we all had those illusions of helping the world, trying to help the world. But again,
I don't think these youngsters, you don't mind my calling them, I don't think they really understand socialism, what it's really all about. And I don't think what they understand what the risks are and the dangers
Let's say,
inherent in what he is
socialism-
espousing. Correct.
But
They
those
say
are the-
socialism, you're voted in through votes, and communism, you're forced to vote.
But my
There's no
problem is,
difference
these
between the
young
two.
kids, these young kids have the power, and with 50% of America might
No.
switch over to
No.
Bernie.
No, this
No.
country's not ready for a Marxist government.
Well, I
No.
don't know. I hope not. I
Absolutely
hope
not.
no Bloomberg. And now here's one more question. Don't get angry at me, all of you. I don't want to hear it. When Buttigieg, what's his name? Mayor Buttigieg, Buttigieg, whatever, the butter guy.
Mayor
He went on the stage. Now, don't get angry at me, especially you, Sawyer. He kissed her husband openly in front of millions of people.
His husband.
Well, he was
kissed his
showing that
husband.
it wasn't
Right.
sure whether it wanted to have that. That's what it considered its first lady eventually.
Right,
It was
right.
elected.
Oh, is that what it is, or is it the first man?
That's part of his platform.
Oh, I hadn't
Yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of his platform. LGBT.
And now here's one last thing to you. Bloomberg, I know it's gossip, is considering Hillary for vice president. No, never.
We don't know yet.
Never.
You know what?
Never.
It could just be a rumor at this point. Let's hope it is.
I don't know. Anyway, so that's my subject on that. And
What about these pardons that were given by Trump?
Mr. Lawyer? What do you say about that?
Well, Mr. Trump has given, I don't know, a limited number of pardons compared to
About
what
5
you
or
think about
6.
5 or 6 compared to the number of pardons that Obama had given and all the past presidents over the last 5 or 6
True.
past presidents. Obama gave, I believe, something like well over 1,000 pardons.
Right.
That's a lot.
And,
But,
pardons where it was really dangerous to pardon
True.
those people.
But-
And this is completely different.
Right now, though, Roger Stone is up for, they're going to let him know what his sentence is, but they're saying that Trump should stay out of it now, at least until the elections, because he has no place saying anything right now about that.
I don't think he should be publicly mixing in at
Right.
this point.
Nope. I
Whether or
agree.
not
But
he
he's a
pardons
citizen.
and what
He's
he
a
does
citizen.
later on, I think he
True.
has a right to an opinion, but I don't think he should be mixing in at this point. It
Not
would be
right now.
wiser just not to say anything at all and do whatever he feels is right.
If
when the
you're
time
listening,
comes.
Donald John Trump, please listen to Boomy because he's got great advice for you. I hope he doesn't get in the middle of that. I really do. Could ruin his chances big time.
Well,
Well, it could certainly damage.
Damage. Yes, definitely.
by the way, Bloomberg is spending over $1 million a day on Facebook.
$1
That's
million
what
a day.
$1 million
Well, it's
a
a drop
day.
in the bucket for him.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. Wow. And he spent more money than most people spend in the history of the presidency.
Or their
400,
lifetime,
right.
or-
It's
yeah.
just what we could do with that money, I don't know. He has 19%. So here's my
He's
thing.
just under Bernie Sanders.
Right. So I want to go to
No,
Right now.
He's now at 19.
He's
Yes.
at 19%.
Bernie.
Bernie's in double digits.
Right. But
Bernie's in double digits.
everyone
Like
else is
20,
under Bloomberg
20,
now.
right. Bloomberg,
Wow.
yeah.
Biden should be out already anyway.
Right
but
now, we're
yeah.
going to see.
Biden is what we would say in Yiddish, Oiver and brutal.
No. We'll see.
Exactly.
So, see, right now, what the two caucuses that were all white, just straight out crazy Americans, that just don't really represent the country.
Well, not all
Now
are
what's
white.
coming up right now, Nevada, what is it, South Carolina,
Yeah.
whatever, or something over there. Those are the guys that have a nice mixture of the whole country.
That's correct.
There's where Biden is pushing, and we'll see what happens.
Those states are more diverse.
But
But
that's-
I don't
He
think
has to-
Biden is
he-
going to get it in any of
he's-
those states
If
either.
he doesn't, he's out. And
That's
he
right. I think
has
that's
to
what's
win
gonna
it.
happen.
He has to. His,
He has to win.
his whole career is on the line.
I don't think he's going to.
Good. Well, sometimes we all have to give in the towel at some point in our lives, right? Throw in the towel.
I think he's ready to throw in.
I
I think his
think
own
so.
wife told him.
Yeah.
His own wife said at one point, she said, well, listen, if he says certain dumb things or
Oh.
things that sound inane or something, just ignore him. I
Oh.
think that's what she had said.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what she
And
does.
I'm
regarded.
going to stay on the national politics thing for one more thing. You know who Nancy Pelosi is, that witch,
Mhm.
and she's the one who flies around the broom. She
Yeah.
has a broom.
I
Yeah.
saw it passing
Yeah.
my window on 17th Avenue last night. She was-
Nancy
I saw
Pelosi.
It was her.
wasn't you, Sawyer. It was her, right? It was Nancy, right?
So there's a guy by the name of John Dennis that's running against finally Nancy Pelosi. And I saw him in an event in San Francisco where one of the thugs of Nancy Pelosi was demonstrating. They go up to him, threaten to beat him up.
Oh, my God.
You saw it on video and television, all over the place, threatened to beat him up, knock you out. The guy's standing there. This is who. And do you think Nancy Pelosi or anybody of the Democrats got on there? And this was on CNN, Fox News. Did they say, "Oh, this shouldn't have happened. It's not our people. He doesn't represent us"? No, zero, nothing.
No.
They call her the Reaper. She rips the Grim Reaper.
So
Well-
rap some woman on the Hasidic rapper. You're gonna do a rap, do a poem.
Nancy Pelosi's the Reaper, the Grim Reaper.
Reaper, not a green rapper.
Because she ripped.
Oh, she ripped. Oh, she ripped.
So she's the witch.
the witch.
We'll do the rapping later.
Give us a poem. We want to be happy.
You want to rap? What do you want me to rap about?
Whatever you
Go ahead,
want.
Whatever
stand
you
up and
say.
get down.
Yeah.
Pity people can't even see this on video, but
Right.
go ahead.
Go
We'll
ahead.
see it on video after.
They can see them. All right,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead, rap.
Your rabbi said everything is from Hashem. Don't worry, everything is good. Everything is the way it should. Everything you could. Just keep on going. And
Yes.
that's what I got for tonight. But let's
Okay.
keep this show
Peace.
going.
Okay,
Groovy man, groovy.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. Groovy doesn't go today anymore, does it?
Did you say you had a
They
poem
don't
for
know what it
us?
means.
I'm going to have to turn my phone on. We'll do it soon.
Okay, you'll turn on your phone for boom. If you want to call into the show, Etty, who do they call and what number do they call to?
They call 718-303-9090.
718-303-9090. Ask us any question that you want.
Where's Eddie?
I don't know. He didn't call
Our
us.
weekly caller.
Maybe he didn't. Maybe he's not listening.
Eddie.
Wow.
Wake up, Eddie. Call in, Eddie.
Maybe he didn't make the joke. Maybe he didn't like my joke.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, wait. We got
Yeah.
a call.
Oh, we got a caller. Oh my gosh! You see, you ask, you get. Hello, you're on the air with the whole crew tonight.
What's
Good evening,
up?
Big H. Good evening, Big H. This is Eddie from Dyker Heights.
Yes, Eddie, we were just making
And
fun of you.
hello,
You're calling
again.
in late.
Hello, Eddie.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. You were doing such a good job on the Democrats. I wanted to listen.
Democrats.
Oh my God! I mean, you know what? I don't even want to ask you, Eddie, and I'm going to bring something up to you right now. Besides the Democrats are screaming at us about everything from transgender to crazy money stuff, I was watching a show, and again, everybody's going to get angry at me. Especially, I was in a WhatsApp group. They're all screaming, "You have no right to talk about transgender because you don't know what you're talking about."
Be careful what you say. We don't want to offend Soya.
So here you go, Soya. I want to just tell you something, right? Not Soya. There are 4. Oh yeah, Dimitri. So, anyways, here's what we got. There are 4 women that I saw on a television show that they are suing. They are suing to compete in women's sports. Now, there are 4 men who turned into women. They're all women now. But the problem that I have with this is, and don't get angry, but they actually have bigger shoulders. You know, men have bigger lung capacity than women. How do they have a right to compete with other women, even though now that they're women? It's not
grew
fair.
up in a different time. Would you enlighten me just for a minute, Heshy?
Eddie,
a man that converts himself into a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Is it considered a man or is it considered a woman? Which one is it? Or
It's
is
a
it
man
just an
from
it?
birth. That's
You can self-identify if you choose
can
to.
identify as a phone if you wanted to. Seriously.
I identify as a toaster some days.
And for me, I'm
I
an
identify as a
avocado.
rapper.
So we don't say he, we don't say she,
No.
we say it.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
No
that's
way.
right. And Bloomberg used the word "it" also.
Oh.
Is detrimental.
Uh-oh.
Another
Thanks,
reason not
that's
to
all I
have him in
need.
office. Another reason.
Gosh, Eddie, what are you? That comment of Bernie Sanders of raping women. I mean, that every woman wants to be raped. Please tell me that I'm crazy. That the man does not. That alone doesn't deserve to be president.
Projecting
Hopefully they'll dig up some more things that he said in his youth.
Exactly. I'm sure there's more.
Well, he's the only one right now that has a message out there, Eddie, and that's the problem. He's the only one because Bloomberg is not saying anything. He's just blabbering on. And Corner Bush, what's her name again?
Klobuchar.
Klobuchar, who cares? I don't care. And the Butterman, I really don't care about them because they're not important, and I don't think they're going to make it through tonight's debate. Are you going to? Oh, you're not watching tonight?
I'm not watching the debate, but I'll hear it tomorrow on talk radio.
Oh, we'll hear it over and over and over 100 times.
Yeah.
So listen, Heshy, it was a year ago this week that I think I first visited you the day after President's Day, and
Right.
you were very gracious.
I love you.
Wow.
My office is always open to anybody.
Listen, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I read something in the paper about a thing called Utrecht 48. My wife picked it out of a local paper, and it mentioned someplace G and Sons, and then it struck a memory about somewhere in the early 80s.
Utrecht.
Yeah.
I actually remember going to the store, and they were very nice.
Yeah, we love G and Sons. G
Yeah.
and Sons, you can get everything.
like Amazing
It was,
Savings.
it was back then. It was
Yeah.
great. They were there.
Yeah.
They were
Lived 2
great.
blocks away from G and Sons.
Right, they were
I
great.
lived in that store. They had everything.
Everything. They
Yeah,
had.
and they were very nice because I remember going there a couple of times. But listen, they have a picture on one of, like I said, one of the local freebie papers here, and they're showing a huge place with 17,000 square feet on 2 floors, and on the bottom floor, just like one of your guests said, they have an amazing savings. I know there's an amazing savings right next door to ShopRite, so who knows? I can't imagine one that close. But do you know anything about it, Heshy?
I remember. I don't know about Jason's opening up right now in Utrecht, but
Amazing Savings.
yeah. Amazing Savings. Yeah,
No, it's not going to be.
And offices. They're opening tons of
Yeah,
offices. And it's
offices.
only a block away from Bummy's office.
Wow, I didn't know that.
on the corner.
I like Amazing Savings. I go in there all the time.
So you go there
I don't
and then
think
you
that-
visit Bummy.
Right, I'm going to do it. Well, I'm going to be and Bummy are going to go out to get some lunch by Amnon's Pizza afterwards.
Oh, you're taking
Yeah.
me out
Good time.
fancy. I
That's-
look forward to that.
Well, that's where Linda treats me Saturday night. So we're gonna. That's the most she gives me for allowance.
The one you're shopping is amazingly neat. It looks like it's spotless in its appearance.
Yeah, they got a lot of good stuff there. I love it. Eddie, you're wonderful as always. Again.
Your joke was amusing.
I love you. This is my favorite caller, Eddie. You are the best.
Yes.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie, for
Okay,
calling.
good night,
Talk
all.
to you
Good night.
next week.
We're gonna take another caller. Hello, you're on the air with Heshy and the crew.
Hey, Heshy, this is Yaakov.
Hello, Yaakov.
Hello, Yaakov.
I have a question for you, Heshy. I see in the news starting March 1st, they're going to have the single-use plastic bags are banned, right?
I was going to talk about that.
And under that, it says with limited exception. What is these limited exceptions?
Right. So I heard about
Everyone getting exceptions. And then another comment to you is, I was driving down Borough Park and I see the streets feel so empty. Does anybody live in this district anymore?
Ballpark is not empty. For me, is Ballpark empty?
I
Triple
think it's
pop.
still as crowded as can be.
Maybe not. But you know,
Maybe
the
they go into hiding from time
this
to
is-
time.
But my question is, if
They
someone
do.
has food stamps, they could get a shopping bag, I think.
well, you know what? This is a problem that I have. You can't have shopping bags for free anymore because it hurts the environment. But they're allowing you to have the little plastic that let you put in the fruits and vegetables in it.
Right.
But you can't have the big carry home bags, which a lot of people reuse those bags as garbage bags or little other bags. And now I have to carry my bag to the store. And if I run into a store without a bag, I have to buy another bag and keep buying bags. So it's just more money to build for the
The middle
city.
class is going to get killed from the.
They're gonna listen. They just
Middle
came up with
class
it.
always gets killed.
And you know, Boomy, they came up with a law. If you do 5 camera lights, you know that if you pass 5 lights,
How do you know that it's you driving?
right? So
Maybe
that's
somebody borrowed my car.
exactly doesn't
and
make a
decided-
difference. Doesn't
That's
make it.
crazy.
do-
And by the way, if you do it, that's $50. Unless they're going to up.
It's
you,
not the
maybe they have
$50.
some
If you get 5 of
other-
them in a
That's
12 month,
$250. Hold on.
no, 5 tickets in a year, they take away your car.
Right, but they already have a solution to it that came up before, where the city, and you can call up 311, they'll tell you if you have tickets, I think that amount to $330 or something,
Right.
you get a boot. And they did it instead of taking your car to the pound, that you have the boot and you have to pay $25 a day. And that's already enough extortion and that's already enough to penalize.
Wow.
So what is he perfecting exactly?
I don't know.
And Heshy, and if you live in New Jersey, they can come on a tow truck to my house in Jersey to get my car.
No, but if you come back to New York and they
Yeah.
drive around, they find your license plate on the street,
Random checks.
they'll boot you right over there.
Mhm.
Or you're right. After five tickets, they will suspend you from driving in New York City, and they'll take away your car. They'll pull you
And
over.
these are all our elected officials that represent.
Oh yeah, you know
Why don't they do something useful?
exactly. That's why
Help us with something with a real problem.
when I
real solutions.
right, I called
Instead of
Carmen
this
Yeager's
baloney.
office,
You're
and
right,
I
Saya.
started to complain to Carmen Yeager's office. I said, Carmen, I said this is wrong. I mean, you're the city councilman. Stop it. Get up and do something.
Be doing something.
Nothing. He
He's
voted
doing
for it.
nothing. He's
Right. He
something,
voted
nothing.
for it. Exactly.
Because March 1st,
Something bad,
basically
he's
everybody's.
It's every week. Don't you understand?
Everybody.
20, 30 pieces of legislation are passing all the every month, Yaakov. They don't care about us. They keep doing it. More to screw us. More ways to get more fines. I just want you to know the building department. 3 new regulations this month. It just came out crazy that you need another 60-hour course. You need another this, or you can't build your building. You know, I have a guy who got a violation, another violation, and they wouldn't lift his stop work order till he paid his fines. He says, "Listen, man, I'm in the middle of building a building. You gave me a fine. I have to go to court." Correct. When you go to court, if you win, you'll get a refund, Boomy. It's not fair. Am I not innocent till proven
This
guilty?
is socialism and communism while Trump is still in office.
True.
Because our local officials have
Right, the
nothing better to
locals.
do, or they
Right.
don't find anything better to do than
locals
keep
are
coming out with
Democrats.
more
How we
and more
gonna-
erratic demon
Yes.
rats coming
Yes.
out with more and more laws that
Absolutely.
how are we
basically
gonna
stifle
stop
us
it?
and
And
take
you
away
see,
our rights.
and I just got a text from somebody. I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm preaching to you people. Stand up. Vote. You know, I'm a father of children. I was fighting with my son Yaakov today, and I said, Yaakov, I am your father. You will listen to me. And he says, no, Tom, I'm not coming home. I said, but listen, baby, I'm going to teach you. I'm always right. The point is we have to guide our people. We have to stand together in unison as families, as constituents, as neighborhoods. But by allowing these people like Kagan in the Brighton Beach district, this guy just does whatever he wants, says whatever he wants. And, you know, this guy makes over $150,000 a year, and he lives in a rent-controlled apartment.
Wow.
It's not right.
How's that possible? I want that.
I want that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know
Actually,
what?
we're going to be counting on you to do a lot once you're in
I
office.
promise
Really
you.
He will.
representing us and fighting
Yes, you
for
will.
us.
I hope you're going to be one of my voters, and when you drive through Ballpark, you agree to it. Thank you, caller, for your call. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
It looks like you hung up. Push the button, Etty. Anyways, you see, I don't understand, Boomy. They do your boy, and this is your boy, Carmen Yeager's your boy.
Not
I
my
am
boy.
Deutsch.
Dove was my boy.
Dove. Okay, Dove. I'll give you that. But I want people to get up and vote. I want people to scream and holler. I want them. You know, I had a young girl, and I'm embarrassed to tell you that yesterday I wasn't feeling well, so I was telling you. Yeah. yesterday, I couldn't. I went to Florida for the day. I helped the guy. Besides getting lost at the strip club, Monday I went to work. It was cold, and then Tuesday I got to the office after my volunteer, and I passed out right in front of the office. I couldn't get out of the car.
Okay.
I went home. I sat in my couch and napped for a little bit, and then my people started coming to the house and calling me. And a young girl came over to the house who has some issues and abused and drugs. And I asked her, simple, straight out, we're going to take that call. Do you have food? Do you have anything to eat?
Hi, thanks for calling in.
Nothing.
Just enough,
Nothing.
Heshy.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Hi, you're on the air with Heshy and everybody. And
Actually, Vince from Bensonhurst.
Hi, Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Vince.
Hello.
A very loyal customer. As a matter of fact, I am a very proud receiver of a Yossi T-shirt from 9 years ago.
Oh, wow. How are you, Vince?
Okay, I want to ask you a question, and maybe it's a very difficult question for you to answer. This Congressman Max Rose, and most of your listeners do not live in his congressional district.
Staten Island, right?
And part of Brooklyn.
And part of Brooklyn.
And he's an anti-Israeli congressman, I believe. And why is he getting support from the Jewish community?
He doesn't have support from the Jewish community. He has support from a lot of the, what do we call them?
Super liberal left end.
Pinko.
Mentally ill.
Mentally ill.
Yes.
I mean, not from the
Well,
Orthodox
liberalism is
community.
to some degree
And those,
Order.
right, and those are the people that are supporting as well.
Right.
But those are the people that are supporting the Sanders too. We have a couple of those crazies. And my problem with this Rose, he's a young guy. I thought he wants to fight for his community. I thought he wants to fight for his single mothers that need money. I thought he wants to fight for the kids that need drug centers. I was telling a story while you were calling. A young girl walked into my house. She was being abused. She's being threatened. I don't even want to tell you what she looked like when she came into me. And all she needs is a little bit of help. And my lawyer, my nephew, the delicious Gabriel, he's going to do pro bono work. He's going to help her with her apartment. And we're going to try to get her into a rehab center. But I want you to know, I asked him, I said to her, isn't there any rehab centers in our local community? He says, nothing we can help you with.
Yossi.
Heshy.
Excuse me, Heshy.
It's okay.
I corrected. He's an anti-Zionist.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, there's a lot are.
But you have a lot of them like that. You have that, what's that lady, Talib, in Minnesota?
Rashida
But he's saying he's a Jew. So he's
No,
what we
Rose is
call
not a
us-
Jew. Rose
Oh.
is not a Jew. Is Rose a Jew? He's Italian boy.
Max is Jewish.
Yeah.
Max is
Max
Jewish.
Rose is Jewish.
He's what we call
Wow.
a self-hating Jew.
That's
So is
correct.
Bernie Sanders. And there's a lot like that out there. But fortunately, they're not a lot. In other words, small percentage of
They are
Jews.
not aligned with the mainstream Jewish
Right.
community.
They don't align with us at all. So not everybody should be taken seriously.
Well, anyway, let me just end with this. I'm a loyal listener for many years. I enjoy your program.
Thank you.
I
Thank
have
you.
a T-shirt, and I still wear it.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Thank
But
you,
I
Vince.
have to ask you the same question I ask everybody. Did you like the joke of the day?
I think you should go to comedy lessons.
Good.
I want to know about that T-shirt. though. Can I
Thanks,
get one?
Vince. We
Thank
want
you.
T-shirts too.
But you know what? Again, I'm going to complain about it, and I'm going to preach to the choir like they tell me.
Yeah.
$43 million given to a neighborhood in Flatbush, nothing to the Borough Park, because we have single mothers. We have mothers with postpartum depression. We have regular people that are married that need the help. Nothing. This young girl came into my house. You should have seen her arms. You should have seen her broken down. I asked her, did you eat? And, we cook always a lot of extra food. And we gave her some package to take home for her, some fish, some stuff to take with her, because she hasn't eaten in 2 days. And again, a simple question.
I
Is there a
hear this,
drug
it kind of makes
center?
me sick. Where are our public officials? our
Nowhere.
local
No,
officials?
and a friend of mine is taking care of her, is helping her get into rehab, is trying to find a way he's coming around to me to get a lawyer. He's trying to get her into rehab. And the point is, we have nothing in this community. Forget that if God forbid she was a single mother, she would have lost her kid because of her little problems. And we don't care. And today with the heroin, they're putting in fentanyl and some other stuff.
Yeah.
Fentanyl, and now these people are overdosing
Oh my God.
on the drugs that they're illegally buying. And we
They take it.
we
too.
have nobody in our community.
So what can the listeners
We
do?
we
What
have
do-
for Heshy
there are
when he
millions,
runs.
but there are millions of dollars that our people Felder and I'm screaming at Yeager. I mean, you know where to be found. He takes a picture today by OJ Pack. I don't even know what that was, a joke you said. So he takes a picture with this guy Yerucham Silber. This guy Yerucham Silber ran the JCC of Flatbush and bankrupted it. It's an organization to help people get jobs, help people to get homes, to get. He actually took the money and bankrupted it. What did Aguda do? Aguda hired him to be a lobbyist so he can hang out in Albany to represent our community. I don't want him representing me. This man is an idiot who doesn't know what he's doing, bankrupted an agency, and smiles and takes pictures with this guy. I sent it out all over the place with Carmen Yeager.
So-
and then here's the best part. You look him Silber. I want you going to love this, Sawyer. Takes a picture with this guy, Leon Goldenberg, a guy that I really dislike. A big money man. So I was asking one of my friends, I said, I don't like Leon Goldenberg, his politics. He supports all the wackos. He says, do you know that Leon Goldenberg was best friends with this guy, Anthony Weiner? Not only was he best friends with Anthony Weiner, hanging out with him, he told Anthony Weiner, and everybody heard this, that Anthony Weiner, when he was running, has an open checkbook with Leon Goldenberg. This is who Leon Goldenberg supports.
Okay.
I mean, forget that Leon Goldenberg must have been intimate with him or hung out with him and must have known him real well. Didn't have sex with him, I'm saying, but he knew that Anthony Weiner was a sicko. People close to people who are sick like this must have known Anthony Weiner was a person.
Possibly. So let me ask you, first of all, Leon Goldberg, I'm going to say something good about him. He's a huge Baal Tzedakah. I have to say that.
Well, you know what? If you
Tons
steal
of
$100
charity.
million, you can, of
Well,
course, give charity. You
he's
have to give
always-
charity. It's tax deductible.
He's always been that way.
I
I
don't
know him
know.
for many years.
Oh,
But the
I don't like
secondly,
him. My
yeah,
cousin likes
okay.
him.
There you go. We're just saying something good about him.
I
Now,
worked for him,
what
and I
I-
wasn't happy working for
What
him.
I think we need to do now, Heshy, is get some phone numbers, get some emails. Let's put it out on the airwaves for our listeners to call in. Call our local government. Tell them what we're not happy about. Tell them the changes we want to make. We need to give the information out there. So let's start looking it up and do something that's really going to make a change rather than talk about it all the time. So we're going to have that information for you soon. We're going to put it out on the airwaves, and everybody pick up the phone. Call your councilman. Call everybody.
What happens if the councilman doesn't pick up the phone and return the call?
You got to keep calling. Keep hounding them over the phone.
No, he doesn't care. Felder is nowhere to be found.
True.
Senator.
You know what they say about squeaky wheels?
No, what do they say?
They're the ones that get the oil first.
If he doesn't pick up the phone,
Yes.
they should call you
Just
up next
do it.
week and let you know.
You know what?
Within 2 weeks.
Etty was telling me that Madoff, who stole $60 billion from all over the world, we should have compassion for him and let him out of jail.
Well, because he's a dying man, not because he's going on a cruise. Let's just put this in perspective. I'm not saying what he did was right. Absolutely not. He's wrong, but the guy's dying.
Now,
we need compassion, humanity.
all I know is when me and Bumi were growing up and somebody screwed us, we used to say very simple one line: you should rot and burn in hell.
I
Why, he
know.
wants to, one second, he wants to come out?
Yeah,
wants
he's
it.
asking.
He's
Why
asking-
does he want to come out?
Because he's
But-
dying.
But hold on. His kid committed suicide
Yes.
because of him.
Yes.
And other people committed
Correct.
suicide.
True.
Why would he even want to come out? He should be happy that
I
he's
guess to
locked
die
up.
we have-
in
Nobody looks at
dignity.
him.
Well, we have murderers.
To die in dignity, that is dignified. I wouldn't want my face out there.
Well,
If-
he'd be
if
in a
some
hospital
people
or in a
commit suicide,
hospice or in a hospice situation. He's not going out
He's
there
getting
to.
all the comforts of home in there.
I don't know.
He's getting
I
more
don't think
service
so.
Than that
I-
than that girl.
Sorry, I
True.
don't think
But
he's-
at the same time, he's asking for it. So, as humans, should we, and humans who have compassion, should we give him the chance? Is the question to die out of jail?
I don't know.
Where does he want to go when he gets out?
I don't.
he
think
wants
so.
to go to a hospice or a
Hospice,
home or
yeah.
to an apartment the last few months of his life.
He just wants to go to a.
He wants to get out of jail. He doesn't want to die in
He doesn't
jail.
want to die in jail.
His rabbi will come. He'll get buried
So
legitimately.
maybe there's a Jewish organization that has a hospice that would be willing to take him in. And
The
then-
thing
But
is,
again, he can get in.
But
That's not
being
the
in-
issue. The
Yeah,
issue
who's
is
gonna
letting
let
him
it-
out
right.
first.
if he's really dying, then
Yeah.
for hospice, yeah.
Some
don't know.
say he should die in jail.
People
So,
say
yeah, that's what
rot and burn in hell.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, upstate New York, in Riverhead, New York, there's a suburban county going too far. They're trying to legislate that residents cannot smoke in their homes. Not only that, they can't smoke in their co-ops. Condos, okay, I can understand maybe co-ops and condos because it smells up the place.
Hold on.
But in my own home-
Constitutionally, aren't you allowed to do anything in your home?
Well, they're going to change the law. You
Just get
can't do
out.
that.
Maybe not if you have children, because then you're affecting their health.
right.
Maybe
not-
that's what it
Are
is.
you crazy?
Well-
it's my house. If the kid, You say I can't smoke in my house
If
because
you-
it's secondhand smoke?
Maybe if you have children, you shouldn't be. Yeah.
But let's say there's no kid. They're trying to
Well, that's
control
another
us from the
story.
government. The
They're
government
still
wants
trying to control. I mean, you can say anything, Etty.
Yeah.
I can't sleep with you because the kid might walk into my bedroom. I don't have a lock on my door. But if I put a lock on my door with a key, it's illegal. You know that because it's called an SRO and I can get a violation.
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
Hazard.
Look, the tobacco companies.
It's right. It's now an SRO because I put a lock so I don't want my kid coming into my room.
The tobacco companies will fight for smokers' rights. I
So far,
guarantee it.
tobacco companies
So
are not
basically, you
winning
got to
anyway.
stay away from cigarettes
Yeah.
and women.
Right.
And drugs.
The way to live longer is to stay away from cigarettes and women, but
But you
You'll live longer.
but
happy is happy though.
but hold on, we can do marijuana. Marijuana we can do.
Yes.
That's
Medical marijuana.
No.
Marijuana for health purposes.
No. We're legalizing marijuana. It's going to be legalized very soon. That idiot Governor Cuomo is allowing us
Colorado.
to. Yeah, Colorado is
California.
correct.
Well, it's good.
Mhm.
It's good that they're legalizing it because we're going to have all these moronic people in government, and this way we're going to be so high. We're not going to know. We'll just all be happy. no
Oh,
matter
God.
what.
Being gay. They want to legalize
don't
prostitution.
I'm a rapper.
too.
I gotta say, I'm for the weed. I gotta say, I gotta represent. But it's whatever.
I
That's how
was
he makes
wondering
his
what
music.
that smell was over here coming from my left.
Terrible, you guys. I am straight out, and I'm going to say it over and over again. I'm going to say it a million times. I'm against drugs, especially if you guys would have been in my house yesterday and seen this young girl. You would have cried. You would have seen. And I asked her, I said, "Did you go straight to
That
heroin?"
really is heartbreaking,
And she-
shocking.
And
There's
she
no
said
place
she
to go.
started young with marijuana.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
she
Gateway
seen her
drug.
arms red and her face, and I just sat there and I said to Linda, we are the luckiest people in the world. I mean, look at us. I mean, I bitch and complain about my children and I scream and holler at them, but I'm lucky, and I'm just one of the few lucky ones because a lot of kids
Thank
out
you,
there.
God.
Right, okay.
So sad. So sad.
I do thank God,
It's
but
an
you know what?
epidemic. It's an epidemic.
And this, we're gonna make it more. I mean, I don't see how somebody can come to my office stoned in his brain, or Boomy, you stand before a jury since marijuana is legal, and you start preaching, and you're gonna have a good laugh. It's no way you can talk to a jury stoned.
Let me ask you, where are the rehab centers? Where are they?
Nowhere. Where's the money that for the single parents? Why aren't we opening up every town? You know, my daughter-in-law is now going to give. We babysit. She's going to give her child into a daycare for the babies, but the daycare ends at 3:00. We don't have aftercare programs in our neighborhood. We have to pay for it. In a lot of other communities, they have it. Where's the money? I'll tell you, I don't know. Why is our councilman voting for other communities? I don't see aftercare programs paid by the city for free in our neighborhoods. Ball Park, Flatbush, Midwood, Brighton Beach, and there's a lot of communities because your councilmen don't fight for it. Yes, and a lot of the minority communities, they fight hard. They scream for it because they need it.
To them, they feel it's a bigger need because there are single
But
mothers
we
out there.
have our say.
True.
We have
Not
150,000
as much.
families just
Right.
in Borough Park. Forget about Midwood, Flatbush,
Right.
Bensonhurst.
Right.
You have Italians. We have a
True.
nice diversity of
It's
people.
needed.
What's wrong with the Italian people? Maybe they're no good. Chinese, okay, we don't like them. The black people, well, only if you live in the black areas, not in the Jewish black areas.
But what about opening your beloved Y and make that a drug treatment
I
center?
love you. Wonderful. Brilliant
Wait a minute,
idea.
hold on. We still need that why because a lot of
No, but the Y could
Teenage-
be used not for a drug treatment center, but the Y is being closed down. So
Yeah, that I
they're
know.
shutting
Yeah,
down
that's
our
tragic.
senior center. They're shutting down where the kids can go exercise, and we could do so much more. You want to have a little room for the drug centers? Let's do something. Nothing is coming in, and my problem is every day our children are getting worse, and I see them. The problem is I'm doing one at a time, but it hurts me because when I lose one, it kills me.
Yeah.
A guy
Yeah.
came in today.
Heshy, how about our councilman Yeager that's running for Congress now?
What
about
I
him?
hear
How
that.
is he?
Is that true? I hope so.
He's running for
Oh,
Congress.
they'll be so good. That means I'm the front runner.
Yes,
I automatically
vote
win.
for Heshy.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
no matter what, you come to the polls. They
Vote
don't
for
care.
Heshy.
But yeah, I wish you know what? It's not him running for Congress. It's Chaim Deutsch running for Congress.
Oh, I'm
His cousin.
sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I wish
I
Yeager.
apologize.
I heard
No,
some-
I mixed up. Chaim Deutsch. That's
I
what
heard
meant.
Yeager might
No,
run.
no. You're right. I meant Chaim Deutsch. I got confused with him, but he's our next door councilman as well.
Right.
What about him? Has he
He's
been doing
Yeager's
any-
cousin.
How's he doing?
So he's a nice boy. He sat on the committee for mental health, which nothing was accomplished. He does help you win your bus tickets from time to time if you get too many. And pretty much after that, I don't know what he does. He did talk to me about stating that he's against the drugs, but he votes for the marijuana law because the money the marijuana, the tax money will go for education of educating these people not to do drugs anymore. Impossible. You're legalizing drugs, but you're using the money to teach them not to do it.
That kind of sounds a little bit twisted.
I know that.
Yeah, it's like putting warning signs on the cigarette boxes.
Right.
Let me say a story. I was in Williamsburg 2 weeks ago. I walk into a store and some guy standing. I walk into like a little convenience store to buy cigarettes and a soda, and a guy was standing at the door. He's like, "Yo, you need some little something? If it's not legal, you could get it illegal."
I understand you can get it illegal, but it's more scary to use it, more scary to buy it. It's dangerous. People teach you that if you buy even the illegal marijuana, they can lace it with something and whatever. I still think we should teaching our kids not to do drugs, not to killing other people.
Have stuff for them to do. Keep
Right.
them busy with positive things.
Aftercare programs, after school
yes.
programs, children that the mothers
Many
don't
of
have to.
them-
Some
right.
mothers have to rush home like crazy to pick up their
Right.
kids when we should have aftercare programs, kids being moved around, but we don't have it because we don't care and only certain and there is money.
Whatever happened? There used to be programs like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and stuff like that. They don't.
There's
Not
still,
enough.
even though I heard the Boy Scouts are going bankrupt.
I heard that
Oh,
also.
yeah?
Because there was a lot of lawsuits, even though they're not officially going bankrupt, they're going to try to keep it open, and because there's a lot of local little areas,
Right.
but the main thing, they're being sued a lot again because of the molestation that went on in the Boy Scouts over the years, and we didn't watch. Now we jump.
This is ubiquitous. It's
I know,
unbelievable.
but now we jump if anybody says anything. A woman says, "Oh, you touched me, or you raped me," but I really wasn't raped, but I gave in. But now in my brain, I really feel I was raped. Now I can sue you and get $1 billion out of it.
I look at Sawyer sometimes. I get smacked across the face. For it.
Well, here I have something positive. If anybody wants to call in, I have the phone number.
Go ahead.
Kalman Yeager. He's located at 4424 16th Avenue.
He is located at 4424. There's no sign. He has no
Okay.
sign.
Which
He's on the second floor.
Well, maybe there's a reason for that. His phone number is 718-853-2704. 718-853-2704.
We want drug centers. We want
Talk to him.
We want our.
Oh.
He's not calling you back.
Well, call him, and I have
Leave
his
messages.
legislative
Well, harass
office
his
number,
staff.
too.
He has a staff for that reason as well.
Right.
But
The
what
office-
can his staff do?
You speak to the staff director and you speak to other members that are in
Yes.
charge of
Yes.
community
Yes.
services and social services on behalf of the people.
There's
I
strength
mean, I
in
remember
numbers.
I hung around many years. I spent a lot of time around Dove Hyken's office when he was still active. And there was a full-fledged staff and everybody was doing their thing. And I could never imagine that there would ever be a time when somebody wouldn't come in there for help, wouldn't make a phone call, and they wouldn't get a call back because they did.
I
About
just
a
want you to
petition.
know, I
He did
saw,
this.
but
Yes.
even the new assemblyman Eichenstein, he has a constituent service desk, which I'm gonna have. He has you.
And
can
you know
look-
who that is?
Who?
That's my dear friend Faggy Blakorski. She was Dove's head of constituent services
Wow.
and his staff director as well as my dear friend Dove Cohen,
Dove Cohen,
who
very
also
good guy.
came from Dove's original staff as well.
Yeah, very competent. When we were going to visit the jail, me and the assemblyman, he made sure he called up. He prepared
Absolutely.
for us. He was on the game. This is a very good. The assemblyman's too bad he's in the assembly and he's not in the city council. Well, we need help here. This is where we need the
Well,
help.
Dove
There's
and
strength
Sawyer
in
are very
numbers.
close.
There's
Dove,
strength
Cohen,
in
and Sawyer.
numbers.
Actually, let me say, Scientology, they are now tax-free. Their organization, their church.
Right.
They sent millions and millions of letters to the IRS saying, they just bombarded them with letters, and then the IRS just couldn't handle it. They said you're tax-free. That's the only.
I don't know if that's the way it works, but okay.
Yeah, no, I
Look,
was
we
in
gotta
his man. I
call
was in
in.
his man.
We got to call in. We got to go visit his office. We got to make some noise.
I want to ask you guys a serious question before I get to the money again. There was a girl called Tessa Majors. She was killed, whatever, and they found the 13, a young
14.
kid, 3 young boys killed this girl for a stupid cell phone and some money and whatever. The boys are 13, 14, 15 years old. They arrested them now as adults. Is that correct?
Of course.
But they didn't know better.
They didn't know that you're not allowed to take a knife and stab someone.
They did it by mistake, they said.
They took a knife and they did it by mistake. What they think was going to happen when they punctured her, made holes in her.
But she shouldn't have
Gun balls were gonna
but
come
they're
out.
saying she shouldn't have fought back. She should have just given them when they robbed her.
She
should
should
have.
have.
She's the
Also, when somebody
victim.
rapes a woman, she should just give it up. She shouldn't fight back.
So
And when somebody wants to rob somebody, they shouldn't fight back. They should just hand them the money. Here you go.
But
It's in an envelope, ready for you.
Don't the police teach us that? Give up. Don't give up your life. I mean, to die over a stupid cell phone and a couple of dollars in your pocket.
But she was a young girl. It's amazing that she even fought back.
Yeah, she,
It's a sad thing. The guy also.
But my question is, that wasn't the question. I understand that she should have fought or didn't fight. My question is, these young boys, they are 14, 15. We were all
should have
14.
walked away. If they saw she wasn't giving up the phone, they should have walked away.
Well, that's what robbery is. You don't walk away. If you go over to rob somebody, give me your money.
But
The guy says no.
She should have had a brain to give it up. They should have had a brain to say, you know what? We're going to cross the limit if we stab her and she dies.
14, 15-year-old kids don't have.
They'll probably get 30,
So she didn't have
years.
limits either. Then she didn't know either. She knew just as much as them.
I'm not blaming her.
She wasn't robbing. They were.
But I don't think I'm blaming the girl for this. I'm blaming the 3 little boys and their parents because these kids were in trouble before.
I have 3 boys. I love my boys, and I pray every day that they don't do anything stupid or
but
dumb.
If they do, but you know they're
but
kids.
You know what? If they're a sakana, if they're dangerous and they're doing stuff to hurt other people,
Right. So my question to you is these kids war kids, do they get charged as adults or juveniles?
Adults.
Mr. Lawyer?
I'm not a criminal lawyer.
I know, but you are a lawyer, and you know that you represent a lot of us older people who are dummies. Of course, a 14-year-old kid is a dummy. I mean, you represent a guy like me who doesn't know crap and come to you and say, listen, I'm signing the paper, and you look it over and say, no, Heshy, you're an idiot. Don't sign it.
You're not asking me whether or not they get charged as juveniles or as adults. You're asking me as whether it's what is more appropriate.
Correct.
Should they be charged and sentenced based on an adult guidelines, or should they be charged and sentenced based on juvenile guidelines?
Correct.
I'm not the one that can answer that question. I don't think it's appropriate to ask me that kind
If
of
I
question.
asked
That's
you-
a lot. That's
Hold
for the
on, hold
politicians.
on.
There's a lot very complicated. And there's a lot.
what happens to them? Let's talk about this because I don't know. What
Right.
happens to them if they get charged? What is the difference
Well,
for
one
them
is
getting charged as
20
a juvenile?
25 years to life,
Right.
or they get out at 21 years old.
Right, juvenile delinquent
And
centers, and they do
Right.
that till
And they're going to, till 21, and we rehabilitate them and we put them back into society as normal youths, normal grown men.
See, the problem is if they put them in as youth, as juveniles, and they cannot be. Some people cannot be. Some people. I'm not saying all, but some people
Rehabilitated.
cannot be rehabilitated.
Mhm.
Some people just have a horrible streak in them. And another thing is they're going to pick other things up in jail, and they're true.
Well,
what
if
they
don't
really are made up of.
If they don't behave themselves in juvenile, then of course when they turn 18, I'm talking if they have a good record and they're clean and nice, they get released at 21 years old as normal adults. If they continue to do bad things while in jail, even as then you get charged them additionally and put them into a big man's jail.
I think
Whatever happened to an eye for an eye? They
Not-
did the
but
crime.
not
They're
when you're a
lucky no
kid.
one comes over and stabs
Not
them.
when you're a kid.
I don't know, Heshy.
They took a
I
life.
think this is something
No.
a very, very serious concern. It needs a lot of review and it needs to be, deeply thought about. And I think that it's something that requires a very intense evaluation of the mental status
So but
of the youngsters at
There's
issue.
more.
the reason why I bring this issue up to you is
There's more.
because you people, the people in charge of American Against Anti-Semitism, you're all screaming and hollering that we have to fight the anti-Semitism, but a lot of the anti-Semite issues or things that went on are from young. I don't want to be prejudiced here, but young African American kids that attack. That's what you guys are screaming.
No
They're
daddy in the
attacked.
home.
It's not true,
Yeah.
but you know what?
No,
you
no,
guys
no,
are
no,
screaming
these
that all
are-
of these
these
are
are-
racial.
They are poisoned with pure hate. Pure hate. This is a very different kind of a situation than an occasional. Unfortunately, the result of this particular mugging resulted in the death of a young
Mhm.
girl, innocent girl.
College
However, these
student.
are ongoing acts of pure hate, which are instigated by various malevolence in society, and it's a very different situation that you're talking about. Anti-Semitism must be battled on all levels, and
Of
that's why
course.
Americans in anti-Semitism is fighting that, and will be continue to fight it on all levels. This is more of an isolated issue. We hope it's relatively isolated. That the kind of situations you just described does not happen regularly, where a death results or something as horrible does.
It just happened this weekend. A guy in a bodega over a cigarette. A woman wanted to buy one single cigarette, and he was in the bodega. 20-year-old boy.
One single cigarette.
He said, I can't sell you one. She said, I'm coming back with my boyfriend. She came back with her boyfriend. A few minutes later, he shot the guy twice.
Oh
Did you
my
say
God.
a 20-year-old?
20-year-old in the bodega.
Okay, Etty, that's not a juvenile.
I'm
anymore,
just
20-year-old.
No. I'm talking about.
I still
killed
consider
him.
20-year-old dummies, by the way, today. I consider them
They're
dummies.
not fully developed.
They're not fully
that's
developed,
for
even
sure.
though I was running a business.
Impulsive and all
So
that,
we're going to
yeah.
end the show by talking about a very serious issue now. This is Etty's main issue. Etty tells me, the coronavirus that has affected tens of thousands of people, and people are dying. So she says that the Chinese government created this virus in some kind of secret laboratory,
biological
war, and is letting out this disease
You're
to
laughing.
take over the world.
I don't know, Heshy. I did see this on Facebook as well.
Oh my God,
I don't know
Facebook
where
is
you got it
automatically
from.
true.
This is
Been on
something that I
Fox
had
News
seen
even.
also.
It was on Fox
I
News.
don't
did
know
see that
whether
on Fox
it's true,
News.
whether it's not true, but I do know that this virus is very dangerous. And I heard Rabbi Yossi Mizrahi in one of his lectures speaking very, very much about it. And he talked about the dangers involved.
Mhm.
And I happen to be I'm a fan of his, incidentally. And there's no question, but it has a lot to do also, I think, with something which I heard and we discussed earlier today, Soya and I at my mother's home earlier today with the lady who came to clean. And it's appalling, but I heard the Chinese that they eat dogs, they eat snakes, they eat rats,
bugs.
That
they
was
eat
the
everything.
what they first theorized, that it was from a bat.
A bat.
Yes.
They eat these things.
Right.
I saw photographs of them
we saw
taking
it.
live dogs or
Me
live
too.
snakes and put into pots and boiling them alive.
So I just want you to know there are television shows on TV where they put people naked on islands, a show called Survivor. They actually catch rats. It's my favorite show, Survivor. And they catch rats and bugs and these little lizards, and they eat them. They don't get these crazy viruses if you cook them correctly.
Well,
You know of.
Ozzy Osbourne bit off
In
the head of a
China,
bat.
they used to be you could only have one child, and you got too many people. Maybe the government's like, okay,
Right, that's what I'm thinking. But you know what? We all started screaming about the SARS virus many years ago, and look, we cured it. And right now, I've never seen. You know how many people are looking to find a cure for this coronavirus? I mean, this
It's in
really,
the thousands, though.
right. So they're really looking to correct, and they're saying that it's slowing down now.
Well, they brought these over to the Air Force Base in California, the ones from the cruise ships.
Yeah.
And some of them are infected with it. And what happens if and when they do leave this quarantine, or people
they say
delivering
after 14
food, or
days.
nurses
Right.
get it over there and go back home at night? What about if they contract it?
Correct.
Then the spread grows and it grows and, it
keeps
grows.
growing.
Well, just
Yes.
like
This is
SARS.
more dangerous than SARS.
Well, they did.
Yes.
I did hear that they were able to recreate the virus in a laboratory, so they do know how it exists. They just don't know how to stop it. Or
They
cure it.
will figure it out. Either they'll figure it out here, or the Israelis will figure it out.
Right,
One
so
of the
I
other.
heard that. I heard that there's an Israeli company
Yeah.
that is attacking it. This because the World Health Organization says it takes about another year and a half
Nah,
to have it cured. The Israeli boy
the
said,
Israelis will get
"We're
to
going to
don't
get
worry.
it soon."
Yes.
Says we're on top of it, and we're going to be able to cure this
That's
disease.
right.
Good for you guys.
That's why we're going to
I
AIPAC.
think those people that
Yes.
favor the BDS movement, if
Yeah,
they have the disease,
they shouldn't have.
they shouldn't be.
right.
The cure should not be accessible to them once the Israelis do
Absolutely.
develop
Yeah,
it.
Yes.
everybody, thank you for listening to the show. This was a wonderful little
Yes.
discussion. I like you guys. Sawyer, thank you for coming again. This chairwoman.
One more time.
for-
Happy birthday,
Hap-
Manya.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Hasidic
birthday.
rapper. What's up?
Thank
Yes.
you, Hasidic Rapper. Thank you, Etty, as
Yes,
always.
my
Boomy, thank you,
pleasure.
beautiful. Thank you, Chamula Jewelers. Thank you, Greenline Building Solutions. That's me. Of
Green
course,
Line Buildings.
And of course,
Call
we
your
have
councilman. Don't forget.
TTStyles.com. T Healer, please don't make me any more vegetarian meals. I almost died. Fallon's Corp, 3132 Bedford Avenue. Please go buy her adult, teens, and children's. It's only for women, not for men. I won't fit
Well,
into it.
nowadays could be for anyone.
And of course, Wolf's Grocery, 2362 Bedford Avenue. I mean, Nostrand Avenue, not Bedford Avenue. And $25 rent-a-car on 18th Avenue, Coney Island Avenue. You guys, I love your discussion. I love your ideas. You're all smarter than me. I hope my audience enjoyed you guys as well. You know, the other caller says the joke wasn't funny. What was Vince? Vince, I don't know. My crew over here said the joke joke was
He
funny.
liked it.
He did like
Yeah,
it.
and
Yeah,
he
he-
liked it too.
And he was trying to bust my chops.
Yes, he was.
Exactly.
He just wanted you to deliver it, Etty. That's all.
That's yeah. That's
Etty,
true.
you got to
Next
come
week, maybe next week.
we'll have to
Maybe
switch the joke
everybody
to you.
should have a joke.
We're headed to APAC March 1st. Anyone
Right,
want to
everybody.
join? Call in
APAC.
next week.
Me, Etty, Boomy, and Sawyer are going to APAC. We're going to Washington. We're going to try to catch that little fat Nadler and ask him questions. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dimitri.
Thank
we love
you.
you. The
Thank
show was
you.
great. We'll see you next Wednesday,
Peace out.
9 o'clock.
Good night.